Hi everyone, this is a video to show you how to take through Design Space the SVG to cut this cute little compact box for the Craftastik 100ml glass spray bottles. It's a single piece box with a tiny little insert that goes over the cap and stops the bottle rattling around at all once it's in there. Okay, so we'll bring it into Design Space. There it is in my library. So it's super easy, quick cut this and really quick to put together. The whole piece like that, I've assembled the SVG in this format because like this, once attached together, the whole thing cuts from one sheet of A4 or a sheet of letter, I think. How tall is it? Oh no, it's too tall. Right, so we'll just do it an A4 at the moment because I think most people for this particular file will be in the UK and Europe. So, as usual with any multi-part file that's got score lines, the first thing you need to do is convert those lines that come in as cuts but which actually we need to be scores. And we can't make them come in already set as scores, unfortunately. That's just a little conversion you have to do. And with my SVGs, they always live in that first subgroup in your layers panel. So you've got your main group that contains everything, and then one subgroup that contains the scores, and another one that contains the cuts. So we're just going to click on the name of that subgroup that's got the scores in. It's the second line down in your layers panel. And then we go over to the operations menu, top left hand corner here, and go down to score. And you can see that those lines have been converted now. And ordinarily, with a file like this, where you've got two pieces and two sets of scores, you'd do some ungrouping. But because we're just going to attach the whole thing all together because it fits neatly on an A4, all we need to do is select absolutely everything and click attach. This is if you're cutting it from A4. So if we click make it now, you can see that we can't choose A4, but we can choose 12 by 12, so it's on the standard mat. And this file, even though Design Space says it won't fit on an A4, it absolutely will, because if I just go back and show you the size of it, it's 28.9, so you've got 8mm to play with. So when you put that on your stand, choose 12 by 12, and when you put that on your standard mat, if you're worried at all, just drop it down a couple of millimeters away from that very top grid line in your mat, the very top white line, and then you'll just be within your cutting margin. But anyway, it will cut fine. I just put A4 on my mat and it cuts beautifully. So that's if you're cutting on A4. If you're cutting from letter, let's just see if it will work. So now we would have to ungroup. So we've converted our scores, but we'd have to select that subgroup and ungroup it. Ungroup is at the top of your layers panel if you're on desktop. And then we'd need to select the group that's got the cut pieces in and ungroup those. And then we'd need to ungroup the whole SVG, which already isn't. No, it's not. It's just, oh, it's because it's attached into it. And then the final group. So what I'm going to do, forget that. It's complicated now. I'm going to bring it in again. So this is what you're going to do if you're cutting it on letter. That was just getting a little bit messy there. So you've brought it in. Again, you're going to select the layer that's got your scores in and convert them. But this time, while they're still selected, you're going to ungroup. Then you're going to select all the cut pieces and ungroup those. Then you're going to select the whole thing and ungroup that. And now everything is a little tiny individual piece. So we're just going to select that. Doesn't let you do it when they're so close together. So I've selected the big box there. Oops, a daisy. No. Did you see what happened then? So this little box here, I'll just zoom in. It has these little cuts so that when it tucks in with a snap. So we need to... That's annoying. Let's just do that. Will it let us do that? Yes. So you're just going to have to be a little bit careful how you select it. So drag your box and just drag it round without touching that little insert piece. And then you can attach the box and those tiny little cuts I just showed you. And then you've got this one and you can attach that. And now that, hopefully, yeah, it's less than letter now. So that would cut from one sheet of letter. There we are, we can pick letter. And then you'd need a scrap to cut that little retaining insert. You might think you don't need that, and Possibly you don't, but I think the box feels a lot nicer with it in, and it looks a lot more professional when you open it up and your lid is there just enclosed. But you can choose whether or not you do that. I prefer it with it in, which is why I make it like that. Okay, that's it, dead simple. If you've got any questions when you come to cut it or assemble it, as always, don't hesitate to get in touch. No question is a stupid one, and I'm always happy to help. If you've just stumbled across this video and you'd like to buy the SVG, the link to do it is in the description below, as are the ways to get in touch. Alright, thanks a lot. Bye!